So if you're interested in erasing like fine lines and wrinkles and you've thought about using NAD products to do that, make sure you watch this entire video before you make that decision because it could have adverse effects. My name is Clint. I've actually been on NAD products for over a year. I've actually gotten some really great results, but I've taken blood tests through an entire process and I've tried tons of different products to see which ones work best. What is NAD? NAD is a coenzyme that your body actually already produces, but as we get older, we produce less and less. And that's the reason why we start to age so quickly. But NAD doesn't just affect things like fine lines and wrinkles. It affects things like your energy, your mental clarity, your digestive system, your metabolism, your muscle mass, and even affects things like your sleep. So it affects everything in the body. Now, the problem is that most companies are producing these NAD products and they're marketing them as just anti-aging products, and they're putting a ton of NAD or NAD precursors, which then could have adverse effects of like, cancer, or could even make you more tired or headaches and stuff like that. So if you're noticing you have more issues as you're taking these products, it's probably because you're being overdosed. And the only way you can actually tell how much to actually take is doing a blood test. Now, you can't typically go into a doctor's office and say, hey, let me test my NAD, because it's kind of a unique test. So this is the one that I do. I'm not sure if there's other companies that offer this, but I use mine. I get mine from Ginfinity. I'll actually tag them below if you want me to. It brings me to this problem right here. Most companies, what they do is they put, anywhere like 1,800, 1,000 milligrams, 900 milligrams in their products, and you don't even know if that's the amount of NAD you should actually be taking. But honestly, that's the reason why I like this Catacor brand, and the reason why they made the big switch is because now they've made two different versions. You actually have your NAD Plus Advanced, which is 500 milligrams of NAD, and then you have your core version. The core version only has 250 milligrams. So basically what it is that if you're under the age of 35, they recommend that you do the 250. If you're over 35, you do the 500. But this, at bare minimum, at least is not going to give you too much of the NAD products. So my recommendation is, first things first, is to do a blood test. But if you can't afford to do the blood test, or if you don't want to take the time to do that, then definitely start off on the 250 milligram NAD if you're under 35. But if you're over 35, you can definitely go with a 500, but there's no sense in doing any more than 500. They are running a huge flash sale. I don't know how long it's going to last. You can get it for like 30 or 40% off right now. So if you want to try it out, just snag yours from the link down below.